guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about how to establish self-worth, and I'm going to be sharing 6 ways to help you get there. So when we talk about self-worth, the first thing you have to think about and evaluate is how you are measuring yourself. So I find a lot of people measure the self-worth with external features, external things outside of themselves instead of internal. And that's where the dilemma comes in. So you have to really take a look of how are you valuing yourself and how much value you're putting on outside opinions, right? So if you're looking for validation and things of that sort, that is external to you. If you're a person who believes like, I'm great because of what I do for a living, I'm great because I have lots of money, I'm great because I drive this beautiful fancy car, things of that sort, that is external features. And the problem with that is once those things are gone, which at times you'll find in life that none of those things stay forever. Sometimes those things are taken from you, right? So there, people go through ups and downs, and you might be a person that at one time you were at the top of the ladder and the top of the scale, and then boom, by the blink of an eye, these things integrate or they just disappear from your reality, right? What you had at one time is not what you had at a different time, and then boom, your self-value and your self-esteem just completely and utterly drops. This is why it's so important to make sure that you're putting your value system on internal factors, right? Who you are as a person, not anything outside of yourself, and not validation from outside things, circumstances, or people. So tip 2 is to stop viewing outside people as competition. So this happens a lot. A lot of people see other people as competition. Some people do it even with their partners, right? So be careful on who you're viewing as a competition. You should never view anyone as competition. So you should never be competing with anyone. The only person you should be competing with is yourself. Bettering yourself and being better than you were yesterday. Making sure that you're growing and getting to the status that you want to get to. Instead of viewing these people as competition and a measuring tool for your self-worth, use them as inspiration. If somebody's doing well, you have a friend or you have a partner or you have someone within your reality that they're doing great and they're feeling great and confident about themselves, say wow, and you want to be like that too. Use them as an inspiration to get to where you want to get to. Ask them how they're doing it and then go and try to do it for yourself. So my third tip is to monitor that ego, keep it in check and keep it in balance. So what I mean by that ego, so the ego controls envy, jealousy, lust, indulgence, right? All those low vibrational energies that you want to keep in check and you want to keep it in balance. Now, everybody goes through this. We are human beings. Everybody has had a time that maybe they felt envious of something, jealous, things of that sort. So it's not about saying, oh, I never felt that way, right? It's healthy to feel these things, but it's also healthy to monitor it and realize when you're feeling it and saying, why am I feeling this way, right? Get to the root of the problem. So definitely make sure you're keeping that in balance. And the way to do that is to get in alignment. You not only want to make sure that you are observing these behaviors within yourself, this is called the shadow side, but you also want to make sure that you're taking positive steps to change it and transmute it, right? So my next tip is to reject the need for validation and attention and praise from others. A lot of the times people get stuck in this. They are looking for outside sources and people outside of themselves to tell them they are good enough, to tell them they're beautiful, to tell them they're amazing, to tell them that what they're doing is, it's the right path. You want to make sure that you are rejecting that and staying away from that. The only person that should be validating what you are doing is yourself. The only person that needs to be okay with it is yourself. The only attention and praise that you need is from your inner self. So remember that. Be very weary, and that is an aspect of your ego once again. Looking for that validation, looking for that admiration, looking for that praise, and looking for that attention from outside sources. So my next tip is to release expectations and social paradigms, right? So society is big on telling us how we need to live our lives and where we should be at a certain point of our lives, right? So release that, right? Society has that way of telling us, if you're not married by 40, there's something wrong with you. If you don't have kids, there's something wrong with you. If you don't have this career by this time, there's something wrong with you. If you can't, stay stable in a relationship, there's something wrong with you. Okay. So you need to learn how to release that, right? A lot of people get down on themselves when they haven't accomplished something in a certain time frame. You need to understand that everybody's journey is personalized to their path, right? Everybody's on a different path, and everybody, you know, awakens and comes into awareness of themselves and their circumstances at different points of their life. So there's no set rules, okay? So don't worry about society. Don't worry about everybody outside of yourself. Only do what feels good to you, right? That you're the only one that has to live with your life. You're the only one that if you get married at a certain age that you have to live with this person. You're the only one once you become a mother or a father, sacrifice and put these individuals first, right? So do it when you are ready, not when society tells you you need to be ready, okay? So if you haven't achieved something at a certain time, it's okay. It is okay. You have to be okay with it and release expectations of what you thought your life was going to be and just live your life to the fullest of how it's going. Go with the flow of the universe and be in alignment. And my last tip for developing that amazing self-worth within you is to focus on yourself. Too many people are focused on other people, especially relationships, right? So focus on yourself. Focus on building up yourself. You are amazing. Everybody has the ability to create an amazing life, right? But you need to be able to focus on your target and give that energy into what you want to come into fruition, what you want to manifest, what you want to be your reality, right? So if you focus on yourself, focus on building yourself up, focus on self-improvements, focus on self-reflection, focus on releasing expectations, focus on what you want instead of what, you know, family members want and what friends want and what people feel you should, where you should be at life. If you release all of that and just focus on yourself and put all your energy and drive into what you want, you can make it happen. We all have the ability to be amazing and live amazing lives, but you have to believe it and you have to be focused on you. So guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.